Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. Your body feels drained, but your mind just won't hit the brakes. You've tried counting sheep, flipping the pillows, even sneaking a quick scroll on your phone, though deep down, you know that glowing screen is only making it worse. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Nearly 1 in 3 American adults admits they aren't getting the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. And when you add in the changes that come with age, slower metabolism, hormonal shifts, aches and pains, it's no wonder so many of us over 50 are battling restless nights. But here's the surprising twist. Sometimes the secret to great sleep isn't in a pill bottle. It's not the fancy teas, the expensive gadgets, or the latest trending hack. Sometimes the answer is sitting right there on your dinner plate. Yes, food itself can be medicine for your sleep. In today's video on Senior Health After 50, we're going to uncover which foods truly make a difference, the science behind why they work, and how you can start using them tonight to drift into the kind of deep, restorative rest your body craves. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know which foods can transform your sleep, but also how to build a simple nighttime routine that leaves you waking up refreshed, clear-headed, and ready to tackle the day. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Senior Health After 50 for more science-backed tips to help you live stronger, healthier, and more energized in your best years. Why sleep matters more than you think. Sleep is not a luxury. It's not that extra thing you do when the workday is finished or the chores are finally checked off the list. Sleep is the foundation. Strip it away, and even the strongest body or the sharpest mind will start to collapse. Think of your brain as the busiest airport in the world. During the day, planes are landing and taking off non-stop. Information, decisions, emotions, all crisscrossing at once. But at night, the control tower shuts things down for maintenance. Crews sweep the runways, fix the lights, and reset the schedules. That's what your brain does while you sleep. It consolidates memories, repairs neural connections, and takes out the neurological trash that builds up during the day. Without this nightly housekeeping, you're trying to run an airport in chaos, and eventually, accidents happen. Your immune system relies on that same downtime. Studies show that people who cut sleep short are more likely to get sick after being exposed to a virus. Hormones also reset themselves in the dark hours. Cortisol levels drop, growth hormone spikes, and insulin sensitivity improves. This is why one night of poor sleep doesn't just make you cranky, it throws your entire system off balance. We've all felt it. You go to bed late, wake up too early, and the next day you're snapping at your spouse, misplacing your keys, or forgetting that important appointment. Jojo Jensen once joked that without enough sleep, we all become tall 2-year-olds. She wasn't exaggerating. Ask any parent about a toddler missing nap time, they'll describe meltdowns that look suspiciously like an adult running on 5 hours of rest. But here's the bigger problem. When bad sleep becomes chronic, the risks climb fast. Obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, depression, every one of these has been tied to inadequate rest. For older adults, the danger doubles. A tired brain misfires on balance and coordination, which means a greater risk of falls. And one bad fall can change everything in an instant. On the flip side, high-quality sleep behaves like the world's most underrated miracle drug. Sharper memory, quicker focus, emotional stability, even a reduced risk of cancer and cardiovascular disease. And here's a little-known fact. Sleep directly impacts your weight. When you're running on fumes, the hormones leptin and ghrelin, your hunger regulators, go haywire. Your body screams for sugar, fat, and junk food. That's why after a sleepless night, donuts suddenly look irresistible, and resisting late-night snacks feels impossible. Need proof of how powerful sleep is? Look at world leaders and high performers who learned the hard way. Winston Churchill, during World War II, famously said he needed his daily naps to function. He wasn't being indulgent. He recognized that strategy and decision-making crumble without rest. On the other hand, Margaret Thatcher was known for sleeping only 4 hours a night. Admirable toughness? Maybe, but later in life, she suffered from dementia, something many neurologists now connect to years of insufficient restorative sleep. Even modern icons remind us of this truth. Jeff Bezos, one of the busiest men alive, has openly said he prioritizes 8 hours of sleep because it makes him a better decision maker. Contrast that with Elon Musk, who has admitted to grinding through nights on 4 or 5 hours. He's brilliant, but even he has acknowledged that sleep deprivation makes him more irritable and less sharp. The point is clear: no matter your wealth, fame, or intellect, you can't outsmart biology. And if you think this is only about presidents, prime ministers, or CEOs, think again. Sleep is democratic. It levels the playing field. Whether you're running a country, a company, or a household, the rules are the same. Too little rest, and your body and brain will rebel. So let's be clear. Sleep is not optional. It's not something you can trade for productivity, television, or another late-night scroll through your phone. It's a biological necessity, as critical as oxygen, water, and food. Ignore it, and the consequences catch up faster than you think. The food-sleep connection. Food isn't just about filling your stomach, it's chemistry. And that chemistry directly shapes how well you sleep at night. Your body is an orchestra of hormones, neurotransmitters, and electrical signals, and every bite you take can shift the tune. Think of it this way: if sleep were a symphony, then nutrients like magnesium, tryptophan, melatonin, and serotonin would be the first chairs of the orchestra. Without them, the music sounds off. With them, the rhythm is smooth, steady, and restorative. Magnesium is nature's relaxer. This mineral eases tense muscles, quiets overactive nerves, and lowers stress hormones like cortisol. I often compare it to a dimmer switch. You walk into a room with blinding light, but magnesium slowly turns the brightness down until your brain says, it's time to rest. This is why foods like almonds, spinach, and pumpkin seeds often make their way into sleep studies. Melatonin is the body's signal caller, the hormone that whispers, bedtime. But melatonin isn't just something you swallow in a pill bottle. It's built inside you, and its production is highly sensitive to light exposure, to stress, and to what you eat. Tart cherries, for instance, are one of the few foods that naturally contain melatonin. Clinical trials even showed tart cherry juice improving sleep in older adults with insomnia. Serotonin is more than just the feel-good chemical. It's the daytime anchor that transitions into nighttime calm. It stabilizes mood during the day, then converts into melatonin after dark. That's why bananas, oats, and kiwis, which support serotonin pathways, are often linked to better sleep. Tryptophan is the unsung hero. This amino acid is like raw lumber that your body transforms into serotonin and melatonin. Turkey became famous for containing it, especially around Thanksgiving. Remember that post-Thanksgiving dinner drowsiness? People like to blame turkey, but it's really the mix of tryptophan, carbs, and sheer overeating. Still, the science is clear. Steady intake of tryptophan-rich foods supports the brain's sleep chemistry. To put it simply, eating foods rich in these nutrients is like giving your car the right fuel. A luxury car won't run smoothly on cheap gas, and your brain won't cycle through deep, restorative sleep if you're feeding it the wrong diet. Even the most influential leaders have learned this the hard way. Take Napoleon Bonaparte. He was notorious for surviving on just a few hours of rest, but his reliance on heavy, rich foods and stimulants likely worsened his insomnia. His decline into chronic fatigue and irritability reminds us that ignoring the body's natural chemistry can have historic consequences. Contrast that with someone like Michelle Obama. During her time as First Lady, she frequently highlighted nutrition as the foundation of well-being, and she has openly discussed prioritizing balanced meals rich in vegetables, nuts, and lean proteins. Her energy and clarity during long global tours weren't just luck. They were the result of aligning her lifestyle with what her body needed to recover. Or look at LeBron James, a modern-day icon of performance. He insists on 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night and carefully manages his nutrition to support it. Lots of protein, omega-3s, and magnesium-rich foods. He's not guessing, he's optimizing. And if one of the most physically taxed athletes alive can't cut corners on sleep and diet, neither can we. When you consistently provide your body with magnesium, tryptophan, melatonin, and serotonin through food, you're not tricking your system. You're giving it the raw materials it was designed to use. It's like aligning with nature instead of fighting it. For people over 50, this alignment becomes even more crucial. Your natural melatonin production declines with age, your muscles recover more slowly, and stress hormones linger longer. The right food can't solve every sleep problem, but it can shift the odds dramatically in your favor. So, the next time you think of dinner or a late-night snack, don't just ask yourself, am I full? Ask yourself, am I fueling my sleep? Because every forkful is either helping your body glide into rest or pushing it further away from the night of recovery it desperately needs. The sleep-friendly foods. Let's break it down. Certain foods have the power to gently guide your body into better rest. They're not magic bullets. You won't eat a kiwi at 9 p.m. and pass out by 9:05. But when you make them part of your routine, they create the chemistry that makes sleep come more naturally, night after night. 1. Cheese. Most people have heard the old myth that cheese before bed gives you strange dreams. There isn't much solid science behind the dream part, but what's true is that cheese is a quiet powerhouse for sleep. It's rich in tryptophan, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6, all nutrients that help your body manufacture serotonin and melatonin, the two key players in sleep regulation. Here's how it works. Tryptophan is the raw material, and vitamin B6 acts like the construction crew, helping turn that raw material into serotonin, which then converts into melatonin. Pair that with magnesium's calming effect on the nervous system, and you've got a gentle nudge toward better sleep. And the ritual matters as much as the nutrients. A small portion of cheese with whole grain crackers can be both satisfying and sleep supportive. The whole grains boost serotonin levels, the cheese provides tryptophan, and together they create a rhythm your brain can count on. One of my patients in her late 60s had an evening habit of a couple cubes of cheddar with apple slices. She told me months later, "Doctor, I don't know if it's the cheese, but I'm finally sleeping through the night." Was it only the cheese? Probably not. But it was part of a ritual, consistent, calming, and nourishing that signaled to her body, it's time to rest. The lesson is simple. Cheese isn't just comfort food. In moderation, and as part of a healthy evening ritual, it becomes a tool, something small and ordinary that can contribute to extraordinary results, especially for those of us navigating the challenges of sleep after 50. 2. Kiwi. Kiwi might look small and unassuming, but don't let its fuzzy skin fool you. This little fruit is a powerhouse when it comes to sleep. Research shows that eating kiwis before bed can shorten the time it takes to fall asleep and increase the total hours of restful slumber. The secret lies in their natural serotonin content, combined with anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the body. Unlike heavier snacks, kiwis are light and refreshing, making them ideal for the evening. From a medical perspective, serotonin is critical. It stabilizes mood, supports digestion, and later converts into melatonin, the hormone that signals your brain it's bedtime. For older adults, serotonin production can decline, which is one reason sleep becomes more fragile with age. Adding kiwis to the evening routine is like giving your body a gentle chemical reminder that night has arrived. This isn't just theory, it plays out in real life. Take Queen Elizabeth II, for instance. Though famously private, her longtime chefs revealed she preferred light, simple fruits in the evening. She lived to 96 with a sharp mind and a steady daily rhythm. And while genetics certainly played a role, her dietary habits, especially her preference for modest, healthy evening snacks, fit right into what science tells us about sleep-supportive foods. For people over 50, this is especially valuable. As the body becomes more sensitive to heavy evening meals, the simplicity of a kiwi, low-calorie, nutrient-dense, and digestion-friendly, fits perfectly. Instead of ice cream or chips before bed, a sliced kiwi delivers the vitamins, serotonin, and fiber your system needs without weighing you down. It's proof that something as ordinary as a fruit can carry extraordinary power. A kiwi at night isn't just a snack, it's a small, natural prescription for better rest. 3. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds may look like tiny snacks, but when it comes to sleep, they're nutrient powerhouses. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, cashews, pumpkin seeds, and sesame seeds are all rich in magnesium, melatonin, and tryptophan, the very building blocks your body needs to relax and drift into deep rest. Magnesium, in particular, is critical for calming the nervous system. Think of it as nature's tranquilizer, smoothing out tension in the muscles and lowering stress hormones. Melatonin from nuts like pistachios directly feeds into your body's sleep cycle, while tryptophan gives your brain the raw material to produce serotonin and melatonin. What makes nuts and seeds unique is their versatility. A small handful of walnuts in the evening, a spoonful of pumpkin seeds sprinkled over a salad, or almond butter spread on a rice cake. All of these offer a gentle, natural nudge toward better sleep without the heaviness of a large meal. Athletes understand this link just as much as statesmen. Serena Williams, for example, has spoken about the importance of recovery rituals, which include nuts, seeds, and plant-based proteins. She knows that restful sleep isn't luck, it's something you engineer by choosing the right fuel for your body. For seniors, nuts and seeds provide a double benefit. They not only aid in sleep, but also support heart health, bone strength, and brain function. The key is portion size. A small handful or two is plenty. Eat too many, and the calories can add up. But eaten wisely, they're among the most efficient, natural sleep aids you can find in the grocery store. So, whether it's a few almonds with herbal tea or a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds on your evening soup, these tiny foods carry a big impact. They're proof that sometimes the smallest things make the biggest difference when it comes to restorative rest. 4. Tart cherries. Tart cherries, or sour cherries, are one of the rare foods that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Studies show that drinking tart cherry juice can improve both sleep quality and sleep duration, especially in adults over 50 who struggle with insomnia. Here's why. Tart cherries don't just supply melatonin, they also contain polyphenols and anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the body and reduce oxidative stress. For older adults, who often deal with joint pain or nighttime inflammation, this soothing effect can make the difference between tossing and turning or finally getting restorative rest. There's even a clinical trial showing that seniors who drank tart cherry juice twice a day slept longer and reported fewer disturbances. That's powerful, considering how many people rely on prescription sleep aids with side effects. Even in the sports world, recovery science has embraced tart cherries. The NFL's Seattle Seahawks famously incorporated tart cherry juice into their recovery programs to reduce inflammation and promote sleep. If elite athletes who push their bodies to the limit use this fruit for better recovery, imagine the potential benefits for seniors simply trying to find a calm night of sleep. Of course, moderation and timing matter. Tart cherry juice can be potent, but drinking it right before bed might lead to nocturia, the dreaded midnight bathroom trips. The best approach is enjoying it a few hours before sleep, ideally with a light meal. And always check labels. Many commercial juices sneak in added sugar, which counteracts the benefits. For those over 50, tart cherries are not just another fruit, they're a natural sleep aid wrapped in a bright red package. Whether eaten fresh, dried, or as pure juice, they offer the rare combination of melatonin, anti-inflammatory compounds, and antioxidants, all of which work in harmony to nudge the body toward deeper, healthier sleep. Lifestyle matters too. Food can do a lot, but it's only one part of the equation. If you want consistent, restorative sleep, you also have to look at how you live. Doctors call it sleep hygiene, but really, it's about creating the right environment and routines for your body to relax. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. The body's core temperature naturally drops as you fall asleep, and a cooler room helps that process. Put your phone away an hour before bed. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. Even the most disciplined leaders struggle with this. Elon Musk has admitted to staying up late on his phone or laptop, tweeting or checking emails, only to find himself restless and exhausted. Contrast that with Bill Gates, who reads physical books before bed every night. He said it's his ritual for shutting down the day. Science agrees. Paper and calm light prepare the brain far better than glowing screens. Create a wind-down ritual. Rituals tell the brain, we're closing shop for the night. Whether it's sipping caffeine-free tea, dimming the lights, or reading something light, these habits act like signals. Queen Elizabeth II had her own evening tea ritual, simple, consistent, and calming. For her, it wasn't just tradition, it was physiology. That kind of nightly signal helps the nervous system shift gears from alertness to rest. Invest in a supportive mattress and pillows. No food can undo the damage of a bad bed. If your back, neck, or hips ache all night, you'll wake up tired no matter how many kiwis you eat. For seniors, the right mattress can mean fewer nighttime awakenings, less joint pain, and deeper sleep cycles. See your doctor if sleep problems persist. Chronic insomnia, loud snoring, or signs of sleep apnea are red flags. These aren't just nuisances, they're medical issues that demand attention. The truth is, sleep is like a puzzle. Food provides important pieces, but without the right environment and habits, the picture is incomplete. Whether you're a head of state, an athlete, or simply someone over 50 who wants to stay sharp and energized, the principles don't change. Align your lifestyle with your body's needs, and sleep transforms from a nightly struggle into a nightly renewal. The deeper lesson. When we step back, the bigger picture becomes clear. Sleep is not just about closing your eyes. It's about creating the right chemistry inside your body and the right environment around you. Food plays a role, lifestyle plays a role, and together they shape the quality of your nights and, ultimately, the quality of your life. Good sleep is like compound interest. The benefits accumulate slowly, quietly, and powerfully. With every night of restorative rest, your memory sharpens, your immune system strengthens, your mood stabilizes, and your risk of chronic disease decreases. Conversely, when sleep is consistently neglected, the debt compounds, leading to fatigue, weight gain, inflammation, and even heart disease. For those of us over 50, this lesson is even more urgent. Natural melatonin levels decline with age, and the body becomes more sensitive to stress, heavy meals, and poor habits. That means we can't take sleep for granted, we have to work for it. But the good news is that the tools are simple and natural. Nutrient-rich foods, calming rituals, healthy environments, and respect for our body signals. The deeper truth is this: sleep is not wasted time. It's the most productive thing you do for your brain and body. It's when the mind files memories, when the heart slows down to recover, when tissues repair, and when hormones reset. Every night you sleep well, you're buying yourself sharper mornings, stronger years, and a healthier future. So the bottom line is clear. You don't need exotic supplements or expensive gadgets. What you need is respect for the fundamentals, foods that support your brain chemistry, habits that align with your biology, and the wisdom to treat sleep not as optional, but as essential. Whether you're a world leader, an athlete, or someone in your golden years, the rule is the same. Honor your sleep, and it will honor you back with health, clarity, and resilience. So tonight, as you wind down, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what's on my plate that could help me sleep better? Maybe it's a slice of kiwi, a handful of almonds, or even a small piece of cheese with whole grain crackers. Whatever you choose, make it part of a calming ritual, and then pay attention to how you feel when you wake up tomorrow morning. Because good sleep isn't built in a day, it's built in the little choices we make, night after night. I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite bedtime snack? Have you ever tried tart cherry juice, or are you more of a cheese and crackers person? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else who's struggling with sleepless nights. And if this video gave you something useful, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Senior Health After 50. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss the practical, science-backed tips we share each week. Because the truth is, taking care of your health is the greatest investment you'll ever make, not just for more years in your life, but more life in your years. Now, go ahead, dim the lights, set down your phone, grab that soothing snack, and give yourself permission to rest. You've earned it. Sweet dreams.